second time in the building's 17-year history, this game has been a sellout for over a month as the UCF Knights play their first ever home conference game as a member of the Big 12, and it's against the conference's marquee program, the Kansas Jayhawks. UCF in the whites, and it's the Knights that have the game's first possession. Walker looking in the post. Instead, here's Sellers. 9 to shoot. Jalen, the left-handed shooter, in and out. Rebound, run down, and kept alive. And C.J. Walker, who's making his first start of the season.
That's why the UCF coaching staff really high on C.J. Walker in the starting lineup because of athletic offensive rebounds like that.
Another offensive rebound. This one for Sellers, who puts up another. Start for Johnny Dawkins' team. You see the starters again, as we just mentioned. Walker's first start of the season in his fourth game. Harris punched it out, but it rolled right to Allen. Down in the block, Diallo scores, and a quick 5-0 lead for UCF. KJ Adams defended by Sellers. Adams to the baseline. The freshman Jackson lost his balance, loses the ball, trying to get it back. 1 on the shot clock. UCF has possession at 2-on-1. Sellers going to take it to the rim. Timeout, KU.
Kept saying to his squad, we have to get out and run and run and run. Well, guess what? That's what you're getting from UCF right now. They're in passing lanes, getting deflections, steals, out and running in the fast break. They're top 70 in the country in the game every single night.
Off the inbounds, McCullough. Harris using an Adams screen. Now Adams rolling to the rim, flushes it, and Kansas gets on the board.
As a defender, can you imagine trying to guard that in semi-transition? No, thank you.
McCullough finds Dickinson. Diallo, the big man, going at it in the low post, and the lefty scores. KU a little 4-0 run. Dickinson, a 3 for the tie, but it's short. One rebound taken off the floor. Harris finds Furphy, and the Aussie ties the game at 7.
To maybe not switch on a particular ball screen action. How do you guard Dickinson and pick and roll, pick and pop? That's exhausting to put together a scouting report.
Furphy, a steal.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Almost stole it instead of foul.
Furphy checked into the game early because Bill Self needed energy.
Harris sets it back up with 5 to shoot for KU, and it's an open look for McCullough. Last year, you could have left him open. This year, you can't because he's knocking those shots down, Mike.
Yeah, he's almost 37% from 3 this season, almost over a 10% jump in three-point shooting, and that is what Darius Johnson does exceptionally well. Build physically, and he has a fullback-type mentality.
Walker and Johnson come out. Tierno Silla is in, along with, here's Furphy off the inbounds, reversing it.
Considering the losses to Purdue had a loss, Houston had a loss.
And Houston this week had moved ahead of Kansas from 3 to 2, bumping Kansas down to 3. Down to 4 on the shot clock. This is a Parker Brown 3, good.
High IQ play from Harris.
For Parker Brown, just his second made 3 of the season in 5 attempts. Kansas has 6 assists on their 7 made field goals. Turning Silla off the left side, getting underneath on the rebound. Avery there to finish it.
A deeper dive. I love how they cut, and they're unselfish, yes, and they pass well, but that means there has to be movement. They're the second most efficient cutting team in the nation. Every time they cut and receive a pass, they got a 68% chance of scoring. That is crazy high. Alley-oop!
Harris.
Speaking of cutting.
Here's a drive, reversing Allen. Here comes McCullough for Kansas. McCullough flips it up off the glass and scores.
You see that tempo from McCullough in semi.
This is a high degree of difficulty.
So far away, and it's a great cut from Adams.
Marco Jackson back in the game for Kansas. Timberlake feeding Dickinson. Hunter kicks it to the corner. Adams driving and stuffing. KJ Adams followed by Dickinson now. 4 to shoot. Sellers going to have to put it up with 1. Got it off in time. Well, late clock works out that time for UCF. 3 of the game. He has 8 points. McCullough knocked away. Walker gets the steal going the other way. And then Timberlake comes all the way back. Tried to grab it to tie it up, but a foul has been called by Pat Adams on Timberlake. And now, it's in the student section and things are getting rough here. Timberlake trying to get out. Dickinson helps him.
Possession by C.J. Walker. He gets the deflection, the steal. He's going for the break. Good hustle by Timberlake. And then that is just 2 players not wanting to give up the basketball.
And it's still going at it. And really, it was just the players. I was concerned at first look that maybe somebody from the student section was involved, but they weren't.
Yeah,
Doesn't appear to be the case.
Yeah, it was just
from the game. You cannot leave the bench. Coaches can now leave the bench this year to kind of help break up things, but not players, and that was an obvious one.
Yeah, it's called the peacemaker rule, a new rule in college basketball. Coaches, really anybody on the coaching staff, even assistant coaches can leave the bench, strength coaches can leave the bench to be a peacemaker if there's some type of scrum.
Diallo got set up deep on Dickinson to get that last one. Timberlake in and out with his 3 from the corner, but Adams is there to clean it up with an offensive rebound and put back for KU. Shot clock violations by each team. Sellers shoots over Timberlake. It rims out. Rebound Dickinson. Long outlet. Timberlake has Jackson with him, but Timberlake adjusts and lays it in to score. KU's gotten very good bench production. Johnny Furphy came off the bench with 8 points tonight so far. Diallo and Dickinson. Hand off. Walker. Nice shot from the baseline. Goes home. On ahead into the front court by Adams. KJ dumps it off. Quick shot. And for Kansas, that's too easy. Fell down, so Dickinson just drives to the rim and lays it in. Double Walker, now Johnson. 3 Sellers off the heel, long rebound. McCullough's the one that goes to get it. Adjust up for Jackson. Marco finds Timberlake, and Kansas again in transition, executing to perfection. KU is shooting 15 of 20 from the field here in the first half. And again, a lot of that, the high percentage shots remain close. Johnson is stripped. McCullough for Harris. Delandros to the rim, and that goes. It's almost like lather rinse.
Event. I really don't. I think you would be fool's golding yourself to think that. You've got to get multiple defensive stops in a row, and it starts in transition defense. That's how you chip away back at this game.
In the last of Dickinson here in the first half for KU. Missed the second, going after his own miss, saves it for Sellers. Here's a 3.
I've always felt that Sellers has a great violent attack when he's attacking the rim.
Here comes UCF, a 3 from Darius Johnson in the corner. And a
signature run for UCF.
McCullough, high off the glass, on the run. Johnson gonna pull up and take a 3. Jones underneath, Diallo fouled.
Really high IQ pass.
50% from the line, holds 7 to shoot. You got to remember the shot clock. It's down to 3, down to 2. Johnson driving and scoring. Kansas can hold it for the final shot. They haven't scored in over 3.5 minutes.
Harris.
Lob blocked away. It's out of bounds with 4 seconds left.
Told you about the shot blocking ability of UCF.
McCullough, 2 seconds, 1, got it! That's a 2 to end a 10-0 UCF run. And Kansas leads it by 8 at the break, but UCF's offense found some life late in the half. They time for UCF.
It's hard to play Kansas zone because you're so worried about their offensive rebound. And can you box out Dickinson? Can you box out McCullough and Adams?
Diallo going right at Dickinson, who missed the last few minutes of the first half. Pass for Dickinson. Diallo got a hand on that and a steal, and turnover number 10 for KU. Sellers spinning on McCullough into Dickinson. Almost got it to drop, but McCullough, his first foul.
But one thing that doesn't get talked about enough is how hard he played. He's in.
2 minutes into the second half, KU's lead down to 5. It was as many as 16 in the first half. Harris, baseline kick. McCullough stopped there by Walker. Harris, jumper good from about 12 feet along the baseline in the short corner.
It's a great shot by Harris, but I think you live with that defensively if you're UCF. You're forcing Harris to shoot an 8-foot mid-range runner. I think you take those percentages throughout the course of the game.
Walker to Diallo, trying to back down Hunter Dickinson. Spins, trying to go underneath. Dickinson fouls him, and that is foul number 3 on Hunter Dickinson.
Foul. It kind of looked like Darius Johnson. UCF full court pressing and denying. They're coming while UCF is playing zone.
Allen looking to back down Harris. Just takes him right into the lane. A little long with the shot. Gets his own miss and puts it in. Good ball movement. McCullough trying to finish. Diallo there to protect the rim. McCullough misses the... And he splits the pair.
A 10,000-seat arena and put themselves in position to be invited to the Big 12, the best basketball conference in the country.
KJ Adams battling Diallo there, the much bigger player. Sellers 3, a 1-point game.
To the paint, off the bounce or off the pass. Anytime the ball consistently can get into the paint in the half court, your field goal percentage goes up dramatically.
4 to shoot, 3 good from McCullough. Stripping those big guys. And they bring the ball down. Walker trying to get around McCullough. And just misses a 3-point opportunity. He'll shoot 2 as McCullough picks up his second.
Kansas foul 15.
Say something like this, like, guys, we can scheme all we want, but eventually...
In this game came from McCullough earlier in the half. He shoots a 3. It's long. Diallo screen. He gets it. He is fouled by KJ Adams, and the foul's starting to mount up into the second half. How long can Kansas ride with Dickinson on the bench with 3 fouls? Back cut, Timberlake, blocked by Diallo. Foul, they're gonna call that on Diallo. I believe just picked up his 3rd now. Another rare trip to the line for
He's a 51% free throw shooter.
Color and Adams. Sellers, Jackson got a hand on it. Seller gets it back. Sellers trying to back him down. Turns, shoots, and scores. And UCF has their first lead since they scored the game's first 7-point. Lost the handle. Kansas had 18 turnovers Saturday against TCU. That's 13 now tonight. And 4 here in the second half. Payne back out. 3 up. Good! For Kansas coming up on 3 minutes. Looking for Dickinson. He's doubled, tried to pass out of it, but threw it right to Johnson. Payne! Everything that looked so easy for Kansas at one point now looks so hard offensively. Dickinson fouled. I think that was Marcellus. Put him at the line. He misses the second. Payne facing up. Back for Johnson. 10 to shoot. There he is, turning the corner, reversing. Coming down with it, other side, laying it in. Marcellus Avery. Midway through the second half in Orlando, and UCF has equaled their largest lead of the night after they scored their first 7 points of the game. And the drought for Kansas ends at to drop. McCullough aggressive, taking the rebound off the rim. Kansas still trying to find some kind of offensive flow here in the second half with under 8 minutes to go. Dickinson from the free throw line swishes it. Makes it a 3-point game.
Last night.
Absolutely. McCullough leads Kansas with 11. Adams has 10. Sellers leading UCF with 16. 7 minutes to play. McCullough in a crowd, blocked by Walker, gets it back. He's fouled. It's blocked out of bounds. Averages a team high 20 per game. 4 boards.
The highest scoring, very much slowed down in this game by this UCF defense.
UCF missed their last 4 shots. Now they turn it over. Furphy lays it in, and Kansas reclaims the lead with 6.5 minutes to go. Avery runs it ahead. An 8-0 run here for KU. UCF, a little over a 3-minute scoring drought. Johnson trying to end that, and does! Johnson feeds Payne. Adams could not keep him from getting to the rim. Timeout. Played a good portion of zone here in this second half. It almost paid off again there. Jumper from Dickinson forced him all the way out to about 18 feet. And then Adams, and misses the front end. Dickinson knocked it loose for a moment, leans in, short. Dickinson held his ground. Adams the rebound for Kansas. They're down 4 with under 4 to play. 3 for McCullough.
Great defense from Jackson.
Walker way off the right side, bounces around, going after it. UCF foul as Harris got knocked down. It'll be a 1-and-1.
Both tonight.
1-and-1 for Harris, and he hits 1 of 2.
Hard to come by.
After shooting 68% from the field in the first half. Their best first half shooting percentage in 6 years. Diallo shooting over Dickinson. It's been a career high tonight, season high tonight, nonetheless, for Diallo. Seller stumbling, almost lost it. Allen has Jackson on him, wants to back him down. Tried to flip it up for Diallo.
A fantastic game tonight. 13 points, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. That's been the most impressive thing. He's just a 51% free throw shooter.
The last foul, the 16th foul of the half, so UCF in the bonus next, underneath, adjusting, and it'll be 2 G's on Dickinson.
Isn't staying in the game at all.
Not with this little time, no doubt.
Going to be Hunter Dickinson.
If Kansas is able to come back and win this game, a 2-possession game, under 2 minutes to go. 5 to shoot. Harris. Dickinson. 3 from the big man is off the right side. Diallo the rebound. Shamori Allen. Under a minute to go. And a travel. Huge possession for KU. Block. Diallo again. The length of Ibrahima Diallo and his scoring has been a huge story tonight. Sellers, scoop, and score!
Pressure. Will they drop back to zone or man?
Punched out by Allen, but the pass ahead for him, he falls down and it goes out of bounds.
Allen fell, tough timing.
Harris, Adams, long 2 is off. Offensive rebound, Furphy under 20 seconds. 3 from Dickinson, good! 3-point game, 16 and a half seconds left.
Dickinson's on the bench.
Into Johnson, and he's fouled. And Marco Jackson, 14.8 left. He calmly drains both. Time running out on Kansas. Down to 10 seconds. McCullough, the 3 is up. The 3 is around and out. Furphy on the floor. Adams down to 2, down to 1. A 3 will be too late. And UCF has knocked off number 3 Kansas in the Knights' Big 12 home debut. Knights fans are never going to forget their first Big 12 win in program history because it might be the biggest regular season win in program history.
It's fair to say that this is the biggest